Hello there everybody and welcome back to another episode of An Ecologist Plays, the channel where we get to talk about nature while playing games as we're breaking our legs at the same time. Now we are back in Avatar Frontiers of Pandora and we are in the upper plains because, well, something new has appeared on the horizon and that looks like trouble. We are here by the Celebration Arches, the amazing little section we came running through when we first entered the upper plains, and this new structure is somewhere there, I guess, right in that clouded section that I haven't explored, interestingly enough. Okay, so we are to meet Anka, who is right up here somewhere, and we're going to probably come up with a plan on how to take that out. So, let's get right into it. This, I believe, is Anka's helicopter, so she should be right up here somewhere.
Is that what's causing the tremors?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's that drill. I haven't been able to get too close, but there's definitely...
Oh no. Oh goodness. Oh, so that happened.
There was Zeswa hunting down there.
Call Priya. I'll look for survivors.
Okay. So I guess now we've got to look for survivors somewhere in this carnage. And these Celebration Arches were actually very important to the Zeswa. It was the place where they would meet friends and guide them towards their, towns basically, or their cities. Massive destruction here. And the tremors continue. It looks like very hot oil that's bubbling up to the surface. Dire horses, riders, gatherers, the whole lot. All the Zeswa in this area. All the arrow deer in this area. Everything destroyed. Oh, we are going to make them pay, that's for sure. And catastrophic events like this will almost certainly change the landscape, and it will be impossible to rehabilitate it, or restore it at least, to the state it was in before this catastrophe. But although we won't be able to restore it to its pre-disturbance state, we will be able to rehabilitate it, meaning we'll be able to get it back to a functional state, even if it is different from the original state it was in. Nature will return. It will maybe slightly different than it was, but it will return.
Father is waiting for us at the camp. I cannot return alone.
I will carry your pain to the ones who caused it.
Yes, we will.
Please.
Okay, yes, we are going to take out that drill. If it's the last thing we do. Ah. Right. You guys are in for a world of pain. 2 control wires to destroy. And a whole bunch of potential RDA to take out. There's our first victim. And there was our first victim. Okay, the first wire to cut is right up there. So we just need to find a way to get there. And at the same time, I want to take out this helicopter over here. Which may otherwise be giving us a bit of grief. Hello. So let's sabotage this. Et voila. Ooh, nice. I love explosions. And now it is to the other side again. Okay, there's only one person patrolling here, and it is going to pop out in a moment, and then he's just going to take a quick little nap. Nap time! So, voila! Okay, and now it is time to destroy the control fuse on the drill. Okay. There are surprisingly few people protecting this section. Oh well, just makes it slightly easier to do that. Aha. So the idea is you've got to shoot it when it's open and... Oh, hello. Where are you going? Wrong way. Okay, fine. You've got to shoot when it's open and you actually have a clear shot at the heart there. There we go. Oh, one more shot needed. Okay, okay. We can do that. Maybe with this one opening. Come on. And there we go. Marvelous. Okay, so it seems we need to get some data that's stored somewhere away from this main facility. somewhere over there. But again, sheesh, look at the destruction that has been wrought upon this land. We are going to make them pay. Okay. I actually wanted to stop drawing my bow, but I got him. Well, that was something. I was just aiming still. I didn't actually want to shoot. Okay, I made things go boom. Now I make guys go take a nap. There. Who says short bow is just for short range attacks? You can snipe with it if you want to. You just have to get lucky. Alrighty, so here we go. Just need to restore some power. Okay, we've got to activate 2 probes now. Now that probably means that there are more RDA that can be destroyed. And, you know, I never shy away from that. But as with the laser ore processor alpha, I am looking forward to this blemish being removed from the land. Okay, no RDA here, interestingly enough. Okay. That's also fine. Ah, there we go. There are the reinforcements. So 6 of them. Alright, that's the second one. Now it's back to this area we were at previously, so that we can just go and download some stuff there.
I'm getting the feeling this won't be quick.
A welcome for the reinforcements before you initiate anything. The kind that they deserve.
So, we are most likely going to be attacked. And that means we're going to use our friends here. Our favorite explosive friends. The grenades.
A few moments later.
Alright, I think this is about as good as we need, what we're going to see in a moment, I guess. So, the moment of truth. Let's start the download, and let the chaos commence. Ah, here come some helicopters. Ah, here comes a big one. Hello, big friend. Bye, big friend. Ah, here comes another one. That one's landed. Here comes another big one. There we go. Oh, another one. Oh, oh, hello. Nice big explosion right by me. A nice strong bow is incredibly useful. There we go. Fully downloaded. All these bombs that never got used. I really hope this pollution clears up. I mean, look at this blemish on the land. I do believe it will most likely clear up now that, you know, when we are done with this quest. It'll be interesting to see how this area responds to being cleared.
Hey, we've got a problem. The explosions that brought down the arches kicked off some secondary seismic activity, and it's bad. There's crude oil bubbling up everywhere, and it's messing with a bunch of ecosystems.
So interesting what we observed when the arches fell. The crude oil bubbling up. You know, that's interesting. That seems to be the reason why they set up the seismic charge. And yeah, we'll see. I guess we'll find out in a moment why they've been doing this. But before we head there, we may as well just quickly, you know, take out some RDA that's flying around here. And then also destroy this floating platform. And voila, there we go. Now before we actually head over to the Clouded Forest, there is one more thing to do, and that is to do the last of the Sarin 2 totems. And there are 12 in total. We have already done 11, so this should be the last of the totems. And I don't know what we're going to get when we finish it, but we are going to finish this one. And we're just going to, of course, follow the little arrows until we find the spot to observe the totem from. I can hear a few cloaked panthers in the area. Oh, and I hear the RDA over here as well somewhere. There. You know what? We're first going to take them out. They do not have the right to destroy Pandora's wildlife. So we're going to take them out. Look, they are feral Thanators, but still. It doesn't matter. You guys don't have the right. Okay, took a while, but we found it, and it's right over here. So this is the last
An ancient forest.
of the totems.
Maybe once it was imposing, but now it's just a bunch of hollow trunks.
Okay, so that's the last of the totems.
Come see me when you can, okay? I have something I think might come in handy for your designs.
Aha, and there we go, the Sarentu headband recipe. And it is going to be a lot better than the head guard we currently are wearing. It can go up to 279 health that it will give us. So, yep, that is what we are going to be going for. But not now. We'll do that perhaps another time. But before we carry on with everything, we are just here by the new Resistance headquarters because we need to speak to Rinella and basically bury Alma's avatar body here. And here's Alma as well.
I know there is nothing I can say to make this better, but I promise
Your promises are worthless. Ashes in your mouth.
Rinella, please!
Alright, so that was a bit of an intense moment between Rinella and Alma. So we've got to choose either to accept the past or to confront the past. The thing with Alma, she really wanted the TAP school to succeed. And yeah, she really, initially at least, wanted to get the Sarentu children willingly, to willingly come to the school. And then Mercer, of course, being the donkey bottom that he is, he kind of wiped out the Sarentu, which was horrible. So as a result then, Alma covered up the whole thing and made us believe that the tribe abandoned us. But with all her flaws, I think I am going to accept the past. I am not going to confront it.
Peace is not an easy thing to find, but we must try. The past is dead. There is only one way forward.
It is not in my nature, at least, to be vengeful, nor do I believe it would be my Nafi's way of doing things, being vengeful. So we've made peace with the past, and we are just, carrying on in life. And again, we have got some mere deer here. Oh, really such awesome creatures. I never noticed their patterning on the, well, almost on the top here, with little lighter blotches. That, of course, is to simulate light shining through the trees onto rock surfaces or big leaf surfaces or something along those lines. It's basically to simulate light shining through the canopy. And it is a way to break up the outline of the creature. But this looks like an adult. So yes, this one over here is a young one with a lighter green turquoise-ish color. And then we've got an adult over here with the darker blue in here. Not sure, do we have a mature individual here? Is this a mature one? Yes, indeed we do. We've got a mature individual. Notice the sensory tail at the back here with the bright red and yellow colors. Oh, they're such beautiful creatures. But before we carry on with everything, we're just going to talk to Rinella here about the Sarentu totems that we have completed.
If the RDA turn our home into a scorched land, like they did their own, then all our past, all our stories will die forever. Here, for your designs. It feels good to be creating the Sarentu future.
Alright, so what did I get? Sarnop's bracelet, okay. Alright, that one gives me more clan favor, which is full at the moment, so there's no point in me actually equipping that one. Right, now before we actually carry on with the main quest, we are going to quickly look for another little predator in the clouded forest. Before we do that, notice the kite manta over here with its bioluminescence underneath. And it's very important that it actually has bioluminescence from underneath, because if you look up at it, if it's a clear sky, that way may actually blend in a little bit with the stars in the night sky. So it's a form of camouflage, and this is very similar to ocean-going animals, which have a lighter appearance underneath so that it blends in with the lighter surface colors, surface watercolors. So yeah, this is a form of camouflage. Never realized that they actually have got bioluminescence on the underside, but yet there they are. Now, of course, in order to go up to the little predators that we're going to be talking about in a moment, we're first going to bond again with our favorite little one over here, the Selfin Goliath.
That's it.
Now, the little predator we're looking for occurs mostly here in the scarlet thicket biome, so they're perfectly adapted to this environment. And hopefully we will see some of them in a moment. But before we do that, we are going to just quickly harvest the radar mushroom over here, because we've got to give radar mushrooms to the closest little camp, Navi camp that we have here. Now, of course, to do that, we're just going to punch some of these little dishes, these little sections of the mushrooms, and hopefully we'll get the right one to start opening up. Ah, here we go. This is the one. The idea being that the main mushroom fruiting body is actually closed until you punch or until these smaller sections are actually triggered. Then it opens up nicely and you can actually get to these smaller mushrooms inside. And the idea of that is to probably have like a herd of animals moving through. They accidentally bump up against these smaller mushrooms, and as they do so, they then trigger this one to open up. And I would suspect it's most likely bonehelm rhinos or something similar, something big, that then will feed on the mushrooms, and hopefully the spores of that mushroom will then be dispersed in the poop of the big animal like bonehelm rhino. And then the spores basically end up in the dung and has a nice little fertile spot to start growing. And there are quite a few fungi that will prefer growing on, well, dung of animals. It's a nice little environment to grow, and I'm sure that the radar mushroom over here is one of those species. Ah, I think we've got the little critters up ahead. Yes, there is a whole family of them. Hello there, little guys, how are you doing? Again, similar to a lot of the other animals we have encountered, their color scheme matches their background. The young ones here, yeah, they've got a little bit more blue on them, but the adults, the mature individuals, they will have a little bit more pink, like this one over here has. A little bit more red, a little bit more pink, blending in quite nicely with the environment. Ooh, we are taking part in the hunt for the bonehelm rhino. Are you guys going to take it down? They have got incredible bursts of speed, but not fast enough to actually take that to get to the bonehelm rhino. Notice the tail, the bifurcated tail or split tail. Oh, are you gonna get it? Are you gonna get it? Oh, they're spraying poison or venom at it. I didn't get it. Okay, okay. This is very interesting. We're going on a hunt, everybody. I feel like some kind of documentary crew member following the pride of lions or hyenas during the hunt. The pack seems to have split up slightly as they are running towards their prey. They have got a way of communicating with each other, you know, with sounds and all those things, to actually have very, very effective pack tactics, or make use of very effective pack tactics. But it seems like most hunts, this one did not end in success. This one has been a failure. But they nonetheless are going to carry on and try their best to get another kill. This appears to be a dominant pair with this year's or last year's offspring that's hunting together. 2 young ones and 2 mature individuals. I don't see any other prey animals, so I'm not sure what they are going for. They are snarling quite a lot. Maybe this is a territorial display, either to vocalize and let other Whipfang Crawlers know that they are in this area, or perhaps they sense a Thanator nearby and they are trying to intimidate it to leave them alone. Because being in groups like this, they are able to square off even against Thanators. They've got a very, very hard exoskeleton or plates on the top here protecting them, and then with their venom that they have, that is a very, very effective countermeasure as well. So the adults again leading the way here, followed by the 2 offspring right behind. Oh, such beautiful, beautiful creatures. These are the largest of the crawlers that we've encountered or can encounter. We've got the scarab crawlers, of course, in the Kinglor Forest. And then we have the chameleon crawlers that we looked at last week in the Clouded Forest. And then also in the Clouded Forest, the Whipfang Crawlers. And it's very difficult for me to choose a favorite of the 3 because I love all 3. I mean, the Whipfang Crawlers being able to shoot venom, the chameleon crawler being able to blend in perfectly with its background, and then the little scarab crawler from the Kinglor Forest being the first predator, apart from viper wolves, that you would encounter in the game. So while they are resting like this, their fangs that they use to actually spit venom is hidden in their jaws. You don't actually see it. And then when they feel threatened, they of course open their mouths, and as they do so, they whip their fangs forward, and in the process then spray venom quite a few meters away. The venom that they spray apparently is a contact venom, so it gets absorbed through your skin immediately, starting to paralyze you, starting to kill you. Oh, such beautiful creatures. Hello. And like monitor lizards and snakes and some other lizards as well, The Whipfang Crawlers here have got a split tongue, which means they most likely have an excellent sense of smell. Because having a forked tongue like that allows you to actually detect which direction a smell is coming from. If the scent particles are more on your left fork than the right fork of your tongue, then whatever you are smelling is on your left-hand side. If there are more scent particles on the right fork than the left, then whatever you are smelling is, of course, on the right-hand side. And for some reason, despite me actually being right here, they are not threatened by me. They most likely are smelling me, but they are not attacking me, which means that the pheromones or the compounds that we got from the South and Goliath most likely is picked up by the animals on Pandora via scent. Maybe it is also via our connection with AOR, but I think it is with scent that these little guys are picking it up, and then as a result they are nice and chilled. Now, I'm not going to attack any of them, but I am going to show you what happens when we whip out a weapon and they are no longer friendly towards us. But in order to do that, I want them to first be in the sun. There we go. Okay, now let's see. The moment I pluck out my weapon, they are aggressive. And there we go, the money shot. They inflated their throat pouch, which appears to then build up pressure, and that allows them to release their venom from their fangs in the front here. Now, these fangs most likely would have some kind of opening, most likely on the front or right at the bottom there. I don't know whether they can actually inject the venom normally, like a cobra or other snake would, but these guys, what they're most likely doing is they're just inflating their throat sacs there, building up pressure, and then using that pressure to force the venom through little holes in the teeth, up here perhaps. And then they will move their head rapidly, and in the process of doing that, they spray their venom over quite a large range. Very similar to how a velvet worm would shoot out silk. They would move it rapidly and have a whole bunch of silk spraying everywhere. In this case, though, it is venom rather than silk. And the idea is that they would be able to incapacitate me and then take me out and feed on me. Because, yeah, Navi like me, it's not massive compared to them, but it should be enough to keep their family over here satiated, keep them full. When we're looking at the inside of their mouth, unlike the Thanator, these guys do not have pharyngeal jaws. Instead, they do have the teeth in the upper jaw and the normal places you would expect. So we know that they at least are definitely not related to the Thanator. Very, very thin, very narrow mouths that they have, very narrow jaws, and then quite a lot of fleshy appendages on the sides of their mouth. Oh, such beautiful creatures. And now we are just going to run away.
Run away! Run away!
I'm not sure whether they are actually rattling their tails at the moment with their little tails here, their bifurcated tails. The Navi apparently use their tails to make little musical instruments to use during storytelling. But we are just going to run away. We don't want to let them stress any more than is necessary. We also don't want to become lunch. And they will follow us for quite a distance until they decide to eventually just give up the chase. Once a predator like the Whipfang Crawlers here realize that they're not going to be able to catch you, they are going to stop spending the energy. Oh, the Whipfang Crawlers are still after us. They've got a bit of stamina. Very similar to hyenas in that case. I wonder whether they actually would be able to kleptoparasitize some other predators like Thanators by, stealing their food that they have caught and actually scavenging on that. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. All I know is for a little while now they are going to chase us a bit. Until they eventually realize that they can't catch us and they give up the chase. I would like that to be before we actually get to the RDA up here, so that we can take out the RDA without the RDA shooting our Whipfang Crawler friends. Listen here, RDA, you are no match for me. Okay, I do believe the Whipfang Crawlers are technically still after me. No, they have just given up the chase. Okay, so they realize that they can't catch me. They're not going to spend any more energy than is necessary. Oh dear, I ran with my weapon straight past another family group. Oh, shame. Okay, so we're going to run a little bit further still.
Much later.
Oh, okay, so we have run quite a distance. And I didn't realize it, but I ran straight to where Priya is. Priya, where are you? Oh, she's here. So, yeah, here we go. Hello, hello. Where are you guys? Okay. Hello, Priya. Alright, we just need to get some data for Priya, of personnel. And yeah, lots and lots and lots of very, very hot oil bubbling to the surface here. Okay, there's another one up ahead that we can scan. Alright, took me a while to get the last one. But to figure out where the last one is. Right up here.
I found a science officer's credentials, I think.
There we go.
Sending now.
Bingo! I can put together an access profile now.
Who's Bingo?
What? No, it's like a saying. I'll explain later. Just get back here.
Okay, just quickly flying over to where we are supposed to take out another bunch of RDA. Aha, there they are.
There's an RDA clearing team there. Stop them before they can set up a drill.
I can do that.
Good. And according to the security reports, there's a Thanator and her cub there. She's protecting her territory.
And her young. They're very dangerous. I'll try and keep them safe.
Oh wow, there's a Thanator here. And cubs, okay. Is this a... This is an actual Thanator. There is a Thanator here. No. We'll see this as our penance for our attack previously. We don't want the Thanators to die. No, don't die on us, please. Come on, die.
Priya,
There.
I stopped the RDA, and I had help.
Oh wow, and the Thanators are okay.
Gotta love those teeth and claws.
Oh wow.
Sometimes, from a distance.
Now I'm going to destroy this whole site.
Yes.
The RDA won't use it again.
So interesting that there is a Thanator den here somewhere. We don't actually get, I think if we come back here later, we don't get a Thanator spawning here. But it's so cool that we could at least run around with them without them going for us. And we got to save them, so I see that as some kind of penance for us taking out Thanators previously. The Thanators are back, everybody, and I'm loving it. I love the apex predators of Pandora. Alright, so let's get down to sabotage, what we do best.
I hope you're not tired yet. There's movement at a fissure in the Kinglore Forest. It looks like they've deployed mapping probes. They're looking for something underground.
Okay, so now the RDA are setting up some kind of thing over here. We're setting up probe site Charlie over here, very close to the other Thanator nest that we were at previously. But we are going to take that one out next week. So thank you very much everyone for joining me on a little adventure today. Hope you learned something new. It was great to talk about the Whipfang Crawlers and to take out some RDA places. And then next week we are going to be hopefully wrapping this all up. So join me then and let's see what happens. And remember that when we get to 1,000 subscribers, I will of course make that video of flying all along one of these rivers, all the way from its start in the clouded forest through the upper plains to where it then flows through the Kinglore Forest and then flows into the ocean. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so, help the channel grow, and then I will make that video. And until next time everybody, stay safe. I'll see you all soon. Bye!